Hey everybody, it's Greg again. Happy New Year. It's Thursday. Unbreakable, the podcast. Reiki Thursday, January the 2nd. Happy New Year, everybody. Officially, it is 2025. Uh, so a lot to talk about today. Oh my God, do we have stuff to talk about? Woo! But before we do, of course, here he is, the patron saint of this 5-5 podcast, Chief of 5 podcast. There it is, Bud himself. Now he's just sacking out there. Look at the quilt, huh? Look at that, and oh, he made that quilt, by the way. It's all doggy. It's got bones and stuff. It probably smells down there too from Bud. But anyway, we don't talk about that. But anyway, look at him all lounging there. What a guy, huh? We miss you. But dear, we love you. There you go. All right. So, I got a calendar, of course. That I was thinking like calendars are probably something that are like becoming obsolete. Think about that. Like phone booths. You don't find many phone booths around anymore, or phone books. Don't find many phone books around anymore. And there are certain things in life that are kind of becoming obsolete, like toll booths. Now almost everybody has Easy Pass, so you just zip on through. There are typewriters, although like Tom Hanks still has a collection of typewriters. Typewriters are becoming like relics of the past, and like it's hard to believe. Like you and I you probably grew up when I did, when we used to use typewriters before word processors and computers came into being. So, it seems like you and I are probably living like in this time of the world would be like a transition period. We went from, like when I was a kid, from the Stone Ages, where color TV was a big thing. Remember that? When we got our color TV, that was like a reason to celebrate. Yeah. Oh, come on over. We have color TV. We're going to watch color TV tonight. And, you know, now we've drifted to high technology, computers and cell phones, stuff like that. But you never know. Maybe 50 years from now, what we're living through now will be considered a transition period, because who knows what technology holds for us in the next 25 to 50 years, right? So anyway, that's what I said about the phone booths, stuff is sort of like phasing out, and you just don't use. Who uses a phone book anymore? Nobody. Everybody has the numbers you can look up, the Google it, you just look it up, and it's right instantaneous. Everything is instant gratification anymore. Back in the day, we actually had to work for it. We had to hunt down phone numbers and page through the phone books. And you look through, these fine print stuff and just, but, we didn't know any better. That was the way it was back then. Back then, we thought, well, phone books, what a great thing. Who is it? There must be one great person who puts all these names together in alphabetical order. And hi, Coco, hi. And puts them in, oh, Daddy, this is boring shit. I came in here. This is the boringest shit. I'm getting the hell out of here. What the hell kind of show is this today? Yeah. Anyway. So what was the point of this? What am I talking about this shit for? Something about something phased out? I don't even know. You know what? I'm old. Hey, calendars. That's right. Calendars. Does anybody use a calendar anymore? That's why I started on this rant. Calendars. Wall calendars, yeah. But everybody carries around a calendar in their phone now, right? You just look up the day, whatever. You really don't have a use for calendars. And people, do you still have, bye, Coco, bye. Look at him looking down. Can you see him over there? Bye, Coco, bye. Bye, sweetie, bye. You have a better show. This sucks. All right, so anyway, calendars. Does anybody like have a desk calendar anymore? When I was a social worker, I used to have these desk calendars. Would be there, and you would write down your days on the desk, your things to do. Right? But and a desk calendar, like a little box calendar, they're still around. But and I get one every year. That's the point of this rant. I want to talk to you about that. But you really don't need it. So I think in time, calendars are going to become obsolete. But anyway, usually every year, my desk calendar is the far side because I like it and it's a funny thing. So when I wake up, I can ha ha, I laugh, and the day seems a little brighter. But I decided to make a change. I said, you know what? I'm big into trivia. I love trivia stuff. I have countless trivia books. I said, I'm going to get myself a trivia calendar every day. I could learn something new. And that's what it is. This is something, the calendar is called Learn Something. Learn something. So I wanted to say here, this was yesterday's fact. Now I'm going to give you this every day. This is a reason to tune in. This is another reason. If it wasn't to tune in to listen to me, why would you? And to see Coco, who's looking around the corner of her, so cute. You can see, look behind me on the bed, there's toys. There's a red dog, there's his bally, there's a guacamole ball. It's inside of it, but it had a nacho and a lime, everything you make guacamole. Anyway, so this was the fact yesterday. I'm going to give you today's fact. So yesterday's fact: firefighters sometimes use wetting agents to make water wet. Now, I didn't know that. You could make water wetter, or can you make wetter water? What the hell? Is it wetter water? Say that 10 times. Wetter water better, wetter water better. Anyway, so yeah, well, I guess that's good to know. Not. I guess that's good to know. So, see, I'm educating myself in the new year. That was one of the results. Do you do resolutions? Have you broken them already? It's only the second. But see, I don't do resolutions because I'm not good at keeping them. So I don't do them. But one of the things mentally I wanted to do was get smarter this year, if possible. And just, educate myself. So this is a way every day you learn something new, right? I mean, here I am, 129 years old, still learning. All right, so here's today's fact. Today's fact of the day. Okay, if I can pick the damn thing up. That's the thing. Have to be like, oh my Jesus God, it's like iron. All right, here's the fact of the day. The fax machine was invented while people were still traveling on the Oregon Trail. Really? Okay, so let's think about this. Oregon Trail was back in the 1800s, right? Maybe 1830s. Let me ask this new guy. Ziggy, when was the Oregon Trail? 1811. 200, yes, 214 years old. And a little bit too much information. I didn't want that much information, but she gave it to me. Now, see, here's the thing. I got to get used to it. So that's my own fault. I got a new echo from the bottom. I got to be quiet because if I say the name, it's going to go off. And the thing is this. I just decided I wanted to change. It's the new year. Sometimes we want to change. So I said, instead of calling me Alexa or Echo, I'm going to call it Ziggy. Ziggy. And I said, I know I'm tired of the voice. So they give you like 8 different voices, 4 male, 4 female. I said, well, Ziggy should be a man's name, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Make Ziggy a female. So I said, I'm not going to do the regular Alexa voice because that's really going to confuse me. That, God forbid, we need that. So I said, let's make her into British. At first, I did the Australian, mighty, the Australian opposite, right? And I said, let her wake me up every night, right? And I couldn't stand it. So now I have her doing the British. And it's sort of like, I told you this the other day, it's sort of like having a British maid when I've got the Serbian. I could like pretend I'm like a dad now, and I'm here, and I'm like just chilling, right? Because I'm the king. And so Ziggy, really some great punk. And Ziggy said, I certainly, son. And that's it, right? You put on cracker or whatever you do. So yeah. So it's a lot of fun, But I gotta remember to call it Ziggy, and I gotta remember that it has British accent throws. Anyway, so the Oregon Trail was 14 years ago, back in 1811. Okay. So you mean to tell me, according to this friggin' calendar, Pete, that I spent whatever on, which I didn't really need. You mean to tell me back 214 years ago, they had a fax machine? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I had to do a little research on this because I think that calendar is lying to me. That thing's right. Back in 1811, they had fax machine. Really? Well, where was it all my life? Huh? I don't even have a fax machine here at home. And you mean to tell me freaking Daniel Boone had it out there on the trails? Jesus. All right. So that's enough of that. Well, you know what? The Eagles made a decision, and I commend them. They are not playing Saquon Barkley on Sunday, which is okay with me. My point was just ask the man. Ask the man. Give him the respect he deserves and ask him, do you want to play on Sunday to try to break that record of most single rushing yards in a single season? All he needs is 101. Do you want to break it? And they did. They asked him. But there's a lot that goes into it. Because if Barkley wants to play, then the offensive line is got to play. Because if Barkley plays and the second stringers play the offensive line, he's not going to be able to run either. So, team first. You got to think of the bigger picture, which is the playoffs, which start next week, and the Super Bowl. So, kudos to Saquon Barkley because he had and it's still having a great year. Over 2,000 yards. Only 8 other running backs have ever done that in the history of the National Football League. So that's something to be proud of. And so close and so far away. But I don't know. Maybe next season he'll get it. The only other thing is the NFL, before you know it, is going to expand into 18 games. And instead of 17, because they want to even 9 away games, 9 home games, right? So what's going to happen, they'll go to 18 games, they'll extend the season, and then the Super Bowl will be played the weekend of President's Day. President's Day is on a Monday. A lot of people have off from work because it's a federal holiday. So you have your Super Bowl on the Sunday before President's Day. That way people can party. They don't have to worry about getting up for work the next day. And that's the way it should be, right? And if you pace it out the right way, it'll work out perfectly. Perfect. And then you got your Super Bowl, and then right that same week, spring training will be good. So we'll go right from football right into baseball, and it's like heaven. It'll be great. So, I agree with that decision. I think Saquon Barkley needs to rest. A lot of players need to rest because look at it this way. most of the other teams are going to be resting their starters this week. So it's like a week off. So you gotta rest up and get ready for the playoffs. That's the big thing. And this weekend we're gonna find out whether the Eagles are gonna play the Packers or Washington in the first round of the playoffs. Now we know it's going to be at Lincoln Financial Field. We pretty much know it's going to be cold, maybe snowy. Like, too bad they're not playing this week because it's supposed to be really cold this weekend. And here around Philadelphia, we're supposed to get possibly a little snow on Monday. But yeah. So what I'm saying is that you got to give up from problems. Records are meant to be broken. When they go to 18 games, that record is going to be broken, like a lot of records, because you have an extra game to do it. So I won't work. I'm not using the sleeping, that's for sure. So I want the Eagles to win in the playoffs. So this week, there's really nothing, I mean, the big game is Sunday night. Lions, Vikings. Now, not only are the winner will get the NFC North crown, but the winner in that game will also be the #1 seed in the NFC. That means they have a bye next week. They don't have to play. And it also means that they have home field advantage all the way through the NFC playoffs, just like Kansas City has over the AFC. So, it's big. It's big to win on Sunday because the loser in that game not only has to play next week, they have to go on the road and play. Probably Tampa Bay, which isn't that easy. So, big game Sunday. That's really about it. I mean, the Eagles and Giants are playing, and it means absolutely nothing. Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. You got the Giants coming to town, and it seems like every time they come to town, it's the end of the season, and the game means Zippo. So it would be nice, NFL, because I like to go see the Giants and Eagles play. It's a long rivalry. It's a longer rivalry than the Eagles and the Cowboys. We know Dallas sucks, but when the Eagles play the G-Men, it's a 90 miles away, right? It's a natural rivalry. So you want to go see the Giants and Eagles play, but who's going to sit out there in the bitter cold Sunday and watch a meaningless game? It's like a preseason game, for God's sakes, you know it? So NFL, why don't you do us a favor, throw us a bone, and have the Giants come to town early in the season? Why not? The hell, when the game actually means something. I mean, actually, if the Giants win on Sunday, it's kind of good for the Eagles because it's a meaningless game, but if the Giants win, they drop even further down in the draft come springtime. Whereas they once had the #1 pick down in like 3 or 4. And if they win Sunday, they're going to go down to maybe like 6 or so, depending on the other teams. So it's probably not a bad thing if the Giants actually win. But anyway, so there's really not that much, What? And the big game is Sunday. And Sunday night, we're also going to know the official playoff matchups when they play, because some games were at Saturday, some games were at Sunday. When they play, and the times when they play. So, I got a feeling, my personal feeling is the Eagles are going to play early on Saturday or Sunday. Why? Because they're playing an East Coast team in Washington or a Midwest team in Green Bay. They're not playing a Western team. So I think they want those Western teams on later in the day so that the people out in the East Coast could watch the playoff games in a decent hour. So yesterday, yes, I did what I told you I was going to do. I partied like it was 1999. In fact, I thought it was 1999. That's what happens when you get old. But I also watched the Twilight Zone marathon. Part of it, not all the way through. Like a loser, just sit here and eat stacks all day, and for 2 friggin' days watch the Twilight Zone. Hey, I love the Twilight Zone as much as the next one. I'm writing a short story collection which is inspired by the Twilight Zone. I love it, but I'm not gonna sit here and watch it and waste my New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. That's all you do. No. So I pick and choose. I had to schedule, and I said, "Woo, there's an episode I want to see." So I kind of circled that, and I watched them. And I've never watched all the episodes, so I actually caught some episodes for the first time, which was kind of cool. That show, what a great show, huh? Whether you like it or not, I agree. The best episodes on the Twilight Zone were like the one where the guy breaks his glasses and can't read the books. Like the kid, Billy Bobby, who could wish everybody into the cornfield. One of my favorites. The lady who wakes up and all the doctors are monsters. And just so many, And I love the best ones are brilliant, brilliant. Talk about creative, talk about imaginative. Cannot comprehend how Rod Serling, the great Rod Serling, or some of his writers thought of all this shit, Just great, great, great stuff. But when you get a clinker in there, it's a real stinker, let me tell you. It's some that are just like they make no sense, and they're really sappy, and they're really terrible, So we have to go with that. Luckily, there are lots more good episodes of the Twilight Zone than the bad. So I picked and choose, and I picked some ones of good episodes. And New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, I was catching something. And I got to tell you something, right? Yesterday was 10 years to the day. Now get this. 10 years to the day, to the moment. 10 years, flashback. 10 years ago. 2015. See, that took me a while. See? That took me. Because I have a little confusion. Plus, I always suck at that. I've always sucked at that. When I was a kid, I hated math. Hated it all through high school. Algebra, geometry. Oh, Jesus. Like torture. College. I had to take a math course just to get my friggin' bachelor degree to be a social worker. And I'm there, like, trying to figure out how much 2 and 7 is. And I'm there saying, what the hell does this have to do with social work? Just give me the degree. Anyway, I was hating that. And so, 10 years ago, you'll be astounded as if you're still awake and with me. 10 years ago, I came home from a family function. And I had some stuff to do before I packed it in for the night because I had to go back to work the next day. All right. So I had the Sci-Fi Channel, and I was listening to, kind of watching the Twilight Zone marathon, even back then. And I'm doing some stuff. All of a sudden, this commercial comes on TV. It's for the dating site for older adults. And let's face it, 10 years ago, I was like in my 50s. So 50s are young. 50s, no. The 50s now are like the 30s. Not real, but I'm just saying that, it's just to feel better. So 10 years ago, I said, you know what? This sounds pretty good. So I got the website address and I checked it out. And I put my profile up there, my little ad. And I didn't get too many responses because women were like, you're in a wheelchair, and I don't want nothing to do with you. Like that, So I was about ready to give up. I said, no, no, no. I paid for 1 month. I'm not going to pay for 2. They tried it, but I guess they still do it. I don't know. But they tried to rope you in. That's an old term. Rope you in, like a cowboy term. Rope you in to like, oh, sign up for 6 months, sign up for a year, whatever. And so I was like, no, can't do. So I said, no, 1 month, I'm going to try it. If I get some responses, great. If I don't get any responses, then I'll go on my merry way. Then at the end of the month, I got a response from a woman named Holly who lived in the area. And we met on Valentine's Day, which would be 10 years this Valentine's Day. And that was it. That was it. So that was the end. Right there, right there. The end of that, the beginning of a whole new league. And that was 10 years ago yesterday, first started. So yeah, how about that, huh? 10 years. 10 years ago. So if you're still awake out there, I'm really surprised. But if you are, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, everybody. Those 65 people out there, God bless you. You're the subscribers. I don't get any money from this. This is free. I'd like to come on here and just have fun. And but thank you for subscribing anyway. That way you know when a new episode of this fine podcast drops. Now, you know one thing I want to do? You see before I leave, you see I got my baseball gear on? I can't wait for spring. This is the way I always look at it. After the holidays are over, believe it or not, the holidays are over. Can you believe that? All the work that we do, getting the friggin' tree, getting this, getting that, putting up the decorations, and it's all done for another week. So, but I love the holidays. But it's over. It's over, okay? So what happens is the tree will come down, that decorations will come in sometime soon, and we'll all move on with our lives, right? Before I say anything, before I talk this baseball, my condolences to people down there in New Orleans. What the hell's going on in our world? The year just started. We already had like bad stuff. I hope it's just gas. I hope it's just a bad feeling. But I don't like the feeling like the way this year is starting. Do you? I just think it's going to be a violent year. And I hate to say that, but it's not starting off good. All these plane crashes and these plane accidents, and now you have these guys like the bombers. I hate for that to start up again. It brings back reminders of 9/11, and it's like, man, I don't know. You gotta wish and pray for peace, like God did, right? Pray for peace, that we have some peace in all of this, because it started off awful hectic, doesn't it? A lot of chaos. Oh, I tell you, I don't like the way it started. But back to baseball, a better topic, more popular, positive topic. And we're all about positivity on Unbreakable show. So I got my gear on there, my spring training hat, my sweatshirt, Big P, and I'm thinking, baseball, spring is only 73 days away. Can you believe that? 73 days. I can't wait. If it was up to me, I know there's some good stuff. Martin Luther King's birthday, there's important stuff. There is the Super Bowl coming up, Valentine's Day, Groundhog Day, important stuff. But if it was up to me, I would go right from New Year's Day right to April or whenever baseball season starts. That's what I would do, because you got your baseball, you got the warm weather, you got Easter time, you got the flowers coming up, you got good times on the horizon, longer days, longer nights. You've got open the friggin' windows and get some fresh air. Don't have to feel like an Eskimo when you go outside, all bundled up, It's just better times, better times. Those people down in Australia, I hope you're listening to me down there, mates, but you're probably laying on the beach right now listening to me. Yeah. Well, we'll have our turn. All I gotta say is we'll have our turn. Anyway, so you know, I want to go right to baseball. So what I'm trying to say is I want to maybe start doing a baseball podcast, Maybe come on once or twice a week and talk baseball. Anybody out there want to do a baseball podcast with an old guy? I mean, we can talk modern baseball. I know modern baseball. I know the Phillies are still in Philadelphia. But also old time baseball, We could talk back in the day. Like I could tell you what the greats were like. Roberto Clemente, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and my personal friend, Bobby. There's a great food. Bobby. So I'm thinking about doing that. Hopefully getting a few people to come on as guests and talking baseball. Maybe Coco will go on and talk baseball. Yeah, Coco can hang out, talk baseball. But I'm really looking forward to baseball. The Phillies gearing up to have another great regular season before they choke like dogs in the playoffs. I'm just saying, it's probably going to happen. All right, enough of this stuff. I'm out of here. I got stuff to do. I want to do a little shopping online. And I won't tell anyone there. I need some Valentine's gifts. Not going to say it because in case other people are watching and listening to this fine broadcast, but I've already started the shop. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know me. I'm always ahead of time. Before you know it, I'll start shopping for Mother's Day, the 4th of June. I've always been that way. It's really an annoying pain in the ass. Whenever I was in school, like the first day, the teacher would say, okay, these are our assignments. What did they used to call that? Not syllabus. Syllabus? Maybe it was. And this is what we got to do. We got 4 term papers to do. We got 4 tests. We got a couple pop quizzes coming up. And this is what's going to happen for the next 15 weeks, right? And day 1, I'm already, like a nerd, I'm already starting to put the term paper together, I'm in the carpooling with my friend Lori, and she's like, I'll get to it. I'm like, I already started my term paper. What the hell's wrong with you? Come on. That's the way I've always been. But you know why? Insecurity. Because I am afraid we leave things go to the last minute and then have to do it the last minute. That's it. So it's free. All right, well, that's it. That is it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll probably be back tomorrow. What the hell? And we'll talk some more crap, okay? We'll talk. I was going to say we'll talk football over the weekend, but there's really not much football. Now, next week is different. Next week is playoff time. Next week, we really get down to business. We talk about the football playoffs, not just the Eagles, but all the football games on tap. We break them all down. We pick the winners and the losers, and we pick who's going to go to the Super Bowl. So next week is the big football week. So get ready for it. You hear that, Coco? You couldn't care less. Hey, all right, everybody, have a great day. I was going to say have a happy Friday, but it's not Friday, it's Thursday. This is what happens when the holidays come, and you get all confused. Plus, add to the fact that I'm 180 years old. So the thing of it is that I'm thinking it's Friday. Well, maybe you too, because these holidays are all screwed up. Next week, we'll all get back to normal again. And life will go on, right? As it always does. All right, everybody, have a great day. I think we're having ham today, leftovers. I had to tell you that. I don't know why. But, when you get on this show, when you come on with me, expect the unexpected. As I said, you see that open door over there? You never know who's going to walk through. You never know. If I had this podcast running in the 90s, which would be kind of stupid because I didn't really have a computer back then. And we really didn't have YouTube. Think about everything we did have up to those days, you know? It was like pioneering things. How the hell did we live? How did we get through life without YouTube? How did we get through life without a cell phone? Huh? How did we do it? Well, we did it, and we're here, and I'm happy with it. But, so next week we will hunker down and talk football. All right. But yes, that door over there, if I was podcasting back in the day, I bet you Princess Diana would walk through that door. Of course, it's my bed, of course. And walk through the door and say, Greg, I can't do impressions. I'd love to be on your podcast. Let me sit on the edge of your bed and okay, that's enough of that. I'm not getting into that. Okay. All right. All right, everybody. Well, have a great day. Peace and love to everybody. Cheerio. Cheerio. See you tomorrow, next time, or whatever. Whatever. Bye.